Welcome back. This is John Locke, and today I want to talk for a few minutes on services in Google My Business. Now, one thing that I've noticed in recent months is if you go into your Google My Business profile, and this is the profile that shows up in Google Maps or the 3-pack map in regular search results, and you can find this at business.google.com. If you go into that, log in there, and you look at the left-hand column, navigation, and you click on services, it will list not only the business categories that you've put there yourself and the services that you yourself have put there, but oftentimes there will be a notice that says there are suggested edits and there are suggested new services recommended by Google users and other means. What's happening, because I did notice this on my own site, the phrases that were being populated in the Google My Business services for myself and other clients, Google is scanning your site and it's picking things out of your website, phrases that appear to be individual services. Now, not all of these are correct. You can add all of these to your profile nested underneath your main categories, and these suggestions, these suggested edits, will appear in orange, and if you accept them, you can knock out, you can delete the ones that you don't want and accept just the ones that you want to keep. But it is something that's very interesting because Google is scanning your site for phrases that appear to be services that you might offer. And about 85 or 90% of these could correlate to services, even though some of them are redundant. Now, what does this actually mean? This means that Google's extraction of entities from your website and other third-party websites in which it's getting information about your business, it's getting better. Now, if you watch our video on the natural language API, which I will link up here or here, it talks about how Google scans a page of text, a web page, and it's able to extract what it calls entities, which are basically nouns like a organization, a person, a concept, a thing, a service. All of these things it puts together in its database of knowledge, and it's getting better at identifying what certain things and what certain phrases correspond to a particular overarching category or service, is what I'm taking out of this. Now, people call this different things, but what you need to know is if you have the language and you're using phrases basically that correspond to what other people in your industry do, then Google is picking up on that. It's not just direct keywords or direct services. It's all the other things that correspond with that and correlate to that service, which are basically sub-services or sub-products of your main offerings. Just something to think about and just something to realize if you haven't logged into your Google My Business in quite some time. This has been happening for a while. These suggestions, it's Google crawling your site in most cases, or in some cases it's also looking at third-party sites. Just something to be aware of, that the understanding of your website is advancing. My recommendation for what you should do is accept, because you can't just accept like one or two, you have to accept all of them like all at once. Accept all of them all at once, and then delete out the ones that are not relevant or some of the ones that are overly redundant. But keep all of those services nested underneath your main services. I think that it can do nothing but help you in the long run. Anyway, my name is John Locke. My business is Lockdown SEO. And I'm here about once a week making videos on SEO. That's all I have for this minute. And I'll catch you again soon. If you have a question, leave it in the comments below. All right. Talk to you soon.